They ask with show. Tell them the true man show. With Janik. Woo. Oh yeah. Janik, this is an easy skanking. Early in the morning. Easy skanking. Hold on for you, darling. Easy skanking. I miss the early in the morning. Easy skanking. Give me the man. I say, ooh la la. The vibes is nice this morning. I say, ooh la la. Janik, listen how the birds are singing. Oh yeah. I love this feeling, a wonderful feeling. Early in the morning. Oh, oh, what a wonderful feeling. La la, la la, la la, la la. Janika, tell them this. I want you cool and deadly. La la. Early in the morning. Oh yeah. I want your name. Ooh la la. I love it when the birds are singing. Oh yeah, hey yeah. Big up Janik, you know, you don't know that Tipa said that. I don't know, say. We not the dog plates, we do special. Now when we do a special, it stays special forever. And I say blessings and greetings to all my people out here in the world who is listening to this. All the meditation we done for with Janik, with all the good people in the world. Black out negative vibes, man. That help none out. When people are negative, trying to make us think and do negative vibes, it's just hurting me and you. It's not hurting them. They love it. You understand? So let's live and live good and live life together, man. Life nice. I mean say, ooh la la. Vibes is nice so early in the morning. Yeah. I mean say, ooh la la. You can hear the birds singing. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Ja.
Love is what we want today. Gotta chase the hate away. Fire gonna hater. Jah is the creator. Love is what we want. Yeah. The world is short of love.
So what I'm gonna do is bring back the love, yeah, yeah. Bring back the love, back the love, back the love. I wanna bring back the love, yeah, yeah. Love is what we want today, today. Love is what we need today, every day. Bring back the love, back the love, back the love. The world needs a lot of love, lot of love. Love is what we want today, today. Hate us to go away, yeah. All I wanna see is peace and unity. I show respect to you, and you show respect to me. In love and harmony, I wanna live with everybody. Me no want no fight, no fuss, no gun, no violence around me. I'd like to see fathers taking care of their children. Love and protect them. Don't avoid and abuse them. They are the future. They need guidance and protection. They need someone to teach them and lead them in the right direction of love and harmony. Harmony, harmony. That's what I'd like to see. Like to see. We need more love today. Today. We gotta chase the hate away. Yeah. Love and harmony. 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 That's what I'd like to see. Like to see. Love is what we need today. Today. We gotta chase the hate away. Away. When war a gone, the whole place get tense. People are running all a jump over fence. Man a get shot in the face and head. Me I wonder if none of these things make sense. Living in peace is better when everyone that I see is my brother. Showing love to one another. Yeah, living forever. War is ugly and love is lovely. That is what my elder them tell me. And Jah knows the Rasta me believe me. I don't wanna see no more blood around. Come on everybody, let's dash for the war and let's go have some fun and live in love and harmony. Harmony, harmony. That's what I want to see. Want to see. We need more love today. Today. We gotta chase the hate away. 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 Love and harmony. 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 That's what I'd love to see. Love to see. I need more love today. Yeah. We got to chase. Got to chase. Got to chase. All right. Yes. Yes. Ooh. Chew with the knife, they say chew with the gun. Come on everyone, let's have some fun. Again, chew with the neck, come make we chew with the gun. Come on everyone, let's have some fun. We're gonna dance from night until morning come. Now stop until we see the rise of the sun. Dash with the knife, say we dash with the gun. Come on everybody, let us just live in love and harmony. Money. That's what I love. Love is what we want today. Today. Gotta chase the hate away, away, away. Fire burn a hater, fire burn a hater, fire burn a hater. Jah is the creator. Love is what we want. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The world is short of love. So what I'm gonna do is bring back the love. Yeah, yeah. Bring back the love, back the love, back the love. I wanna bring back the love, yeah, yeah. Love is what we want today, today. Love is what we need today, every day. Bring back the love, back the love, back the love. The world needs a lot of love, lot of love. Love is what we want today, today. Hate us to go away, yeah. All I wanna see is peace and unity. I show respect to you, and you show respect to me. In love and harmony, I wanna live with everybody. Me no want no fight, no fuss, no gun, no violence around me. I'd like to see fathers taking care of their children. Love and protect them. Don't avoid and abuse them. They are the future.
They need guidance and protection. They need someone to teach them and lead them in the right direction of love and harmony. Harmony, harmony. That's what I'd like to see. We need more love today. We gotta chase the hate away. Yeah. Love and harmony. That's what I'd like to see. Love is what we need today. We gotta chase the hate away. When war a gone, the whole place get tense. People are run and jump over fence. Man a get shot in the face and head. Me I wonder if none of these things make sense. Living in peace is better when everyone that I see is my brother. Showing love to one another. Yeah, living forever. War is ugly and love is ugly. That is what my elder them tell me. And Jah knows a Rasta me believe me. I don't wanna say no more blood around. Come on everybody, let's dash for the war and let's go have some fun and live in love and harmony. That's what I want to see. We need more love today. We gotta chase the hate away. Love and harmony. That's what I'd love to see. I need more love today. Yeah. We got to chase. All right, yes. Ooh. Chew up with the knife, we say chew up with the gun. Come on, everyone, let's have some fun. Again, chew up with the knife, come make we chew up with the gun. Come on, everyone, let's have some fun. We're gonna dance from night until morning come. Now stop until we see the rise of the sun. Dash with the knife, we say we dash with the gun. Come on, everybody, let us just live in love and harmony. That's what I'd love to see. I need more love today. Let's go to hell.
Big tune. Stevie Culture. Boom! Live and direct. Truman on the air. To begin officially with you, beautiful people, again for another upliftment session. Upliftment and progress, that's what we're all about. All the time, each day, every day. We're not going to drown in negativity and let ourselves be consumed by our demons. No. We will do the work necessary to rise. Yeah, it takes work. Takes work on oneself to change the vibe, to change the... Because basically what has to... and there's so many great reasons to carry on. C'est ça mon titre aujourd'hui. So many great reasons to carry on. And the first reasons we should carry on our life is we have life. We've been given life. Like I could not be here in this body, in this conscience, in this time, in this experience could be nothing. I would not be aware also of the experience. I agree. But if I'm aware of the experience, like I'm consciously aware that I'm having an experience on Earth, and what, I'm going to spoil it in distraction? Like, it's so nonsense what we do with our life until we wake up, until we realize that we are creators and not victims. I feel like sometimes I wasted time. Honestly, maybe those experiences were necessary, but I don't think it's meant, like, I don't think it's necessary to fall asleep. Probably that's the default state. This is what we all fall for, the default state. But I'm sure that if you have guidance, if you offer guidance to the children, like Stevie says in his song, if you give them guidance, you offer guidance, and you're there for the younger generation, there's ways that they are not going to be so programmed. I know you cannot. There's still the environment affecting the vibe. Still the environment. Tonight, Byte Radio UK, of course. Oh, nice plant. Yeah, tonight Byte Radio UK, of course, and that's it. If we offer guidance, if we're there, because if you go on an excursion, let's say that this life is it still snowing? Yes. Oh my! Sam's car is covered of snow. Just notice it's still snowing. We're what, the 20th of April? It's like okay. Anyway, so let's not. But it doesn't affect me so much. Like it's not because I ate snow. It's just it's been cold for 6 months now. Would be nice a bit of warm weather to be able to enjoy the outside a little bit more. But there's still stuff you can do in the winter. So, but just it's not so comfortable to go sit outside at the chilling spot for hours. No. So what I was gonna say? Well, I was talking about offering guidance to children, and that's what this world needs. We just need to give the children more guidance, more presence. It's just that the parents are not there. They're not there for their children. They're not there to care for their health, because if not, they would be consciously aware that most of the product that we are either pick with or consume by eating, most of it is poison. Can tell me that hot dog sausage and pogos and stuff make strong children. For sure not. You want to make your children strong also with good food, with proper nutrients and stuff. Very important for them to develop the ability to also to have clear thinking. If you think that's why also there's so much sugar, and they target the younger generation a lot for the bad food, and there's always like nice colors on it, and always stuff to attract the children to consume. Because they know also that the parents are fully unconscious, so they will just listen to the children when he sees a nice box with colors. Like the whole thing is so programmed, and the parents are so unconscious and so hypocrite, because they pretend not to be here, they pretend not to care, but they don't pretend not to care. They don't care, because if not, they would take action. But many of us did, like, I don't know. It's just also you have to think about that stuff. You have to think about that stuff. So there's got to be a decision taken at one point to start thinking and stop defaulting. That's a lot what it is too. I think once you start thinking, you stop defaulting. And thinking is not only think of what you're gonna eat for lunch. It's more than that. It's more than thinking just what you're gonna eat for lunch. It's when I'm talking about thinking, it's also create with your thoughts. By every breath probably we take, we create. If in an aware, awake, conscious state. I don't know which word is the best. When you're sharp, when your mind is sharp, when you're awake, your mind is sharp. This is more what it is, I think. Because awake, I wake up every day. Kids spend more time at the garderie than. Oh yeah, no, it's crazy Mario, eh? Crazy Mario these days. And not only that, like, there used to be back in the 1950s, 40, 30, whatever. There wasn't daycare. Daycare weren't around. Maybe there was people babysitting babies or stuff, but it wasn't the big spread daycare. Today, it's so crazy. Daycare is everywhere, and parents just dumping their child to the daycare because they can't take care of them. And if you go back in the time, women were mothers were taking care of more than one children or two children. It was always big families, like 10, 11 children. It was the norm. It was the norm back then. It was the norm back then to have lots of children. So imagine the mothers, the weight, and often the husband wouldn't be around too much because he's working or trying to support the family. So the mothers were left at home. And again, you didn't have the laundry machine you have today. You had the like very old laundry machine. So life wasn't as easy as it is today back then. And the workload was even more on the mothers, on the woman, because they had lots of children. But today they make one, two children, and the mother is home with one, and she sends the other one to the daycare because it's too much to have two in the house at the same time. And that I see it very close to me. No? That I see it happening very, very close to me. So it's not because it's something that's very far. I'm sure you see it too. No? People can't really, they can barely deal with themselves. So part of the new construct when women begin working, exactly, women at home is not pejorivator part, yeah, for sure. But the things have changed, but people, I don't know, they seem to think that all these change are normal. It's meant to happen. No, it's all engineered. The daycares and women working and making the life harder for us to survive. So, here in Canada, if the two parents are not working, I don't know what people eat. Seriously, sometimes this is a question I'm asking myself a lot. Like I'm not super rich, but I'm rich in love, rich in life. But I mean, money. I have what I have to survive. But I mean, sometimes I wonder what people eat. Like it's so expensive. Everything is so expensive. I'm not complaining. That's reality for most people. 90% of us in Canada are on survival. It's a survival thing. So I'm thinking of those people also on survival like me. There's some that do not worry about money, but there is some that do worry and go to buy. At one point it's either you and you have to buy food or you freaking die. So you have to buy your food because I don't think you can grow it all. You can grow enough stuff to come on for survival. So yeah, I ruined my children when I went to work. But you ruin your children. I wouldn't say you ruin your children for sure. Like it depends if you have the choice or not. Like I say, many parents have no choice today to work and to both work. But the time, it's not so much that you take your children and you bring it to daycare and no. But if you're in the time that it's not only that is on top of bringing their children to the daycare at night, they plug them on TV. Like if we could be involved more in the children's life, that's what I'm talking about. Maybe they would like for the time that you're there, make it count. That's what I mean more. But yeah, for sure. But there is some parents that just don't care. They just as long as they don't have to deal with them, it's fine. But don't be a victim of your own mind. The state told me I had to work. Yeah, that's it. Somebody have to take care of the home. Exact. Yeah, no, for sure. It's but things have changed and people don't. It's like the family everywhere. The family, the people that have children should be supported a lot more by the government. That's another thing. That's another joke. The family allowance. There's so little help for the families also to make it and to have we should prioritize in our society really families and disabled people. If I would be to be in the government or something or in some kind of, I don't like the word government, but I would change it for the Canada Supreme. No, not Supreme. The Canada, I don't know. There wouldn't be government, but the Canada Council of I don't know, something. I would find a name, but even council, I don't like the word con. But anyway, if I would be to like, let's say, be at the head of the country, for sure, me, it would be disabled people and whatever the disability you have and the families. Give more to the families. For sure, for sure, for sure. Like single mothers would get enough each and every month to survive. Not only survive, but to have a smile on their face. Like, it's not to give them everything, but you got to redistribute the wealth. This is what I'm talking about. Now it's very scarcity for everyone, and that's it. As long as you spend some quality time with your it is good. That's what I'm saying. The time you spend with your children, make it count. I know we have no choice to survive. We have to work. We have to go in Babylon. Hey, come on, I've done it too. We still do it. And But the time that with your children, make it count, and don't just like put them on a device or make them do things that just push them away from you. It's only the only thing I'm saying. But don't feel guilty if you have to work while you. I wouldn't. Life is life. I mean, we can't. There's stuff we can control, others that we can't. And I'm not gonna freak out about the stuff I cannot control. So doing that now, Godfrey. That's it. You do it now. Look at you, Leslie. That's what you said. You give a lot more time to your children now. But this is what happened when you start awakening your conscience. Also, you realize that the people around you are very, very precious, and that's the people. The people that will the only people that the only person that was always there for me in my life is my mother. Is my mother, my wife, and my children, and the people close to me. My father is pretty much MIA. He's missing in action. I don't know where, but I haven't had news from him for the last 6 months, I think. You call, it's always the answering machine. He's very disconnected, and I don't know. I'll go maybe in 2 weeks. I'll go check directly there what's going on. But yeah, I told you the story about it. Doing that now, Godfrey. Yeah, that's it. It's as long as you, and that I realized that too. At the beginning I wasn't realizing very much all these things, but as you awake your conscience, you realize all these things that the people around you really matters. You start focusing on stuff that matters instead of focusing on dumb shit that really doesn't matter in our life. I prefer put the energy on my children, talking to them, guidance, and making sure that they are aware of what's going on in the world around them. Like, I think it's a must, and that's also part of with the children, you have a lot of responsibility for sure. First of all, the health responsibility. But that's what it is. Look, people don't take responsibility for their life. So how do you want them to take responsibility for their children? So we just have because most adults in this world are just grown-up babies. Grown-up babies still in the baby state playing with toys. So they expect to raise children that will end up being mature adult with wisdom and compassion and kindness in their heart, and not selfish. And like, if the parents are totally asleep, you're gonna have the same thing with the children, unless the children wake up by some kind of I don't know, willful way, or see something. But most people will wake up with tragedies in life, and that's a fact. That's a fact. I don't know why it takes us tragedies to wake up, but it is the very best. Come on. It is the very best. When you're smiling, the world smile with you. For sure. Don't settle, dude. Don't settle. That's the thing also, we settle. Basically, your life comes down to a series of choices. Sure, you won't always make the right decisions, but if you follow your heart and you make decisions out of love, you'll find that you land on the right path. Always follow your heart, follow your path. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. That's the intuition. That's what tells you what to. Like at the beginning when I started this, most of it, what I was doing is following my heart and all this, because you have a lot of voices at the beginning, lots of confused chatter in your head, and it's going to be heavy. At the beginning, for me, it was something I had to battle, and that's why I went like very heavy on videos and make it's snowing big time now. I think we're going to have like 5-10 centimeters of snow. Crazy. But that's what it is. I have relative in Canada named Graveline. Do you know any of them, Godefroy? Oh oui, Godefroy Gravel. Ben oui. It's anyway what I was talking about. Basically, your life comes down to a series of choices. Yeah, make the good choice, make the right choice, but that is something you have to exercise also, making decision. You don't, some people don't even know, can't even decide what they're going to have for lunch. Or So deciding what they're going to do with their life. It's easier to default, just go in Babylon and grab a job and do this and do that. And then you become in trance and that's all you do all your life. But it's, come on, anybody has the possibility to do something to create something out of their life, create something original, very original. Like Motivation Academy, the world has never seen that. I make sure what I do is always original. Like I don't want to be a copycat. Told you, very important. It is more poetic. Your heart will not ever guide you to eat. Not only the heart, no, but it depends. It depends how the because no, for sure it has to be with the brain. The brain will guide you into doing evil stuff, and the brain, you have to battle your mind, even to go to the store, to go to the dépanneur, and you go to the dépanneur and you don't want to, like, sometimes I have battle with myself for a bar of chocolate. You know, I battled myself for a bar of chocolate. I have to tell myself, no, I don't need it. I don't need this shit. I don't need this junk sugar. I don't need this. But even sometimes I fall for it because my mind is still too weak. Like if your mind is weak, you will give in to all this evil stuff, all the nonsense, the low vibration, because your mind is so weak. But if you're strong, if I enter the store with a strong mind, knowing who I am, knowing that it's not good for me, and knowing that I'm more powerful than those little voices inside me, I will not go and buy the chocolate. But it's the same thing for everything. Like if your mind is strong enough, you will not default. You will not be seduced by those evil temptation. And that's all around us. The temptation and the seduction is all around us. So if you give into it, if you don't have a strong mind to really, first of all, be aware, yeah, evil comes from the mind, for sure. For sure. For sure. I'm sure about that. I'm sure about that too, because that's what I told you. Look, even when I entered the dépanneur, the battle for a bar of chocolate, which we know dark chocolate is the way. Yeah. I try to stay out, but it's a battle all the time. Same for chips. I enter the freaking store. I see the bag of Doritos. My fucking brain goes nuts because I love Doritos, but I have to resist. And where's the battle happening? Is it inside my heart? No, it's inside my freaking head. That's the stuff telling me, oh, grab the chip and eat it. So it's in the head. It's in the head, and it's the impulse purchase. Exactly. It's the impulse purchase. Is this control this, and you don't need the bag of chip. You don't need that junk. Read the labels. Be aware, conscious. It's very important. But before I wasn't even paying attention to like, I don't know. We're completely we're very, very impulsive. Very impulsive, and that's it. Neuron collision, and on top of it, not only we're very impulsive, but all the junk, the MSG and the monosodium glutamate and all that shit that they put in there is making your brain even more fucked up, having even more neuron collision and stuff. So your old brain goes freaking crazy when you consume this product. Especially MSG and all that, these flavor enhancer, your brain goes nuts. Your tongue goes nuts. Imagine your brain. My tongue goes nuts with the bag of Doritos. I'm telling you, I love them, but I resist. Same with poutine. I love poutine, but I try to resist because I know it's no good. But every time I pass in front of that freaking store, my eyes always go like this because it's my mind. Like it's not my heart guiding me to eat it. It's my mind. So it's very important to have a strong mind. There is a reason why they put them near the cashier. Oh yeah, all the junk. You go to every store, all the junk is near the cash. Like Canadian Tire, even now they're redoing all the Canadian Tire. You go in there in the toy store because that's what it is. We're dealing with grown-up babies. So they go in a big toy store, like we said with Godefroy, Canadian Tire. They go in there. And then when they come out, they're like in a big candy land, fantasy land, because they have their candies that they can buy, like babies. It's like grown-up dépanneurs. Like, you won't see carrots at the dépanneur. Exact. You won't see stuff that are healthy or no, it's all junk in the dépanneur. The other day, I went for Kim here at the dépanneur. They have like 6 or 7 fridges. of drinks. She wanted something bubbly for her stomach. But she said try not to get ginger ale. See if there's something healthy like a kombucha or something. Nothing. Absolutely nothing in those fridge that was healthy. Not even a kombucha. Nothing. Nothing. So it's very if you default, if you the system is destruction. If you're not aware of all this that stuff that is there to harm you, like the arm is everywhere and all those products, you're gonna be whew, for sure. Damn, all this talk about food. I want a cinnamon roll. Hey, greets all. A cinnamon roll. Cinnamon's very good. You know, there is stuff like even I saw something. Anyway, I don't even want to talk about it. It's too. It's crazy to give energy to this. Anyway, me, I go with my heart, and I know these foods are not supportive to. First of all, for my conscience, cannot really process that. And I know it's poison for me. Look, I see people around me also in hospitals sick with the sickness and this and that. You don't catch these in the air. It comes from the food we eat, everything we consume, the product we put on our bodies, the cream we put on our bodies, everything. All the cream you put on your body all goes inside. People don't think that. People think that the skin is like an armor. It's like something that it doesn't matter. Whatever you put on it doesn't go inside. Like it's total unawareness, and then they put all kinds of cream, all kinds of product that goes directly in the skin. Like it's so crazy how much we're poisoning ourselves. Just because also of unawareness, it's not because we're forced to poison ourselves. Like no one is really forcing nobody to get poisoned. It's just it's there, and we are unaware. And unaware people will produce unaware stuff. Like anyway, companies and stuff like this. So self-examination is the first step to personal greatness. Personal mastery, personal greatness, isn't it the aim here for sure? So we don't default to high pH water. Yeah, that's better. We need healthy vending machine in every major places. It's gonna get there. Like if you look today, that's why there is hope. It's not to freak out and say, "Oh, the whole world's gone astray and it's gone to shit." There is hope because you look at all the healthy stores coming out now. More and more people creating healthy store, and they are aware and they want to share their passion. They want to share what they know about the food. We are like it's not gonna happen. You can awake yourself, even you to expand your awareness. It's not gonna happen in a day. So changing the world, changing our habits, our evil ways is not gonna happen in a day, but it's happening. It is happening because it's happening inside me. So it's happening inside other people. It's happening all over. So no, it is happening. So it's just not to freak out, and that's it. Be aware. All you describe about food education, media, and more. We notice people don't act enough in reciprocity. Yeah? That's it. But there's a for sure. Like I think we're very, very much, and again, all these things. If we are aware and conscious and know about it, we're not gonna buy it. So if nobody buy the product, there are not gonna be no companies. If there is company making these products, it's because we demand for it. We buy them. We are the one sustaining that whole overlay. The moment we wake up altogether, it's game over. It's game over. The moment we wake up, the moment we can start smelling the grass around and start using our mind to think and to to create and to instead of defaulting, constantly defaulting, because you not only default with your life, you default with your life because you default with your thinking. And your thinking create your life. So don't stop defaulting with your thinking and you're going to create a magnificent life. It's just our thinking is not even there. Imagine not you're there with your body, but you're not there. You're there with your program mind, but you're not there with your conscious mind. And that's a big, big difference. You're there, but you're there with your program mind. What you experience is a program. But then if you decide to move out and let go of that program, come on, then you start to think, you start to look around and everything makes sense. Suddenly, everything, there's going to be that moment of clarity, and you don't need no guru for that, nobody to instruct you on the reality or truth, or it's all within you. You need questions, because quality questions bring quality answers. But if you don't question anything, if you're like super numb to reality and what's going on around you, which is the case, unfortunately, for most people, because these companies exploit a weakness. I want to do the opposite of my project. Exactly, but this is what we got to do. I'm not going to start fighting these companies, and I am aware of what's going on. I don't consume it. I don't energize it. That's good. But I mean, it's also to have, like, you don't hate the media, you become the media. You don't hate you become the change. It's the same thing. You don't hate the system, you become the change. So anything that you want to see in the world, you're gonna have to be it. If you're not it, it's not gonna come to life. So this is very simple, and that's I like what you're saying there. They exploit a weakness, for sure. For sure, because they call it the 7 days of the week. It's not for no reason. They know that we are weak. They know that most people are weak, because most people are not creating a magnificent life out of their life here on earth. They're constantly defaulting. And that's the case of most people. Might even be your case. Don't freak the fuck out. You're in the process of awakening and creating change. Once you start realizing that you're creating that change, there's a shift happening also that makes you feel better with yourself. You're not so confused. You're going to be a bit confused at the beginning, but yeah, it's all a scam. Kevin had to get 5 different medications for Lyme disease. One in particular cost $6,000. His doc sent him to a California company, $55. Yeah, no, it's all a scam for sure. But the whole thing is made for people. Like I said, you're a patient maybe for the health system, but once they sell you something, you become a client. It's all a business. Everything is a business. Everything's about profit. If you think people care about us, if you think, no, it's all about business, profit, and distraction, and low vibration, and that's what we can experience. But we also have the choice at any time to be more vibrant, to be more in touch with the dream of life. You don't have to stay in hell, live hell, heaven and hell's in your head. It's in your head, and I think heaven's probably in your chest. Hell is in your head and heaven in your chest. So it's just because we're used to the known hell. We prefer the known hell to the unknown heaven, but probably the unknown heaven's probably in your golden heart, your heart of gold, and that's what we gotta reach. And that's why once you follow your heart, you do something with love. That's what I said here before. You cannot be wrong. It will not guide you into something wrong. Happiness is a state of activity. As long as you remain active, you have great chance to remain happy. That's for sure. But it's activity. You need to be in action. We're too passive, too comfortable, too passive, and we wait too much, and we procrastinate, and we doubt, and we delay, and all this puts our life on the hold, and then we never have our dream life that we wish to have, because we all can be opening our eyes here and dream of better days. Like, I don't know anybody that's not eager to live a better life. Like, we all have some kind of dream, and maybe your dream's not to change the world like mine. Mine is a big dream, but your dream is certainly to live in a better place. Like, everybody that comes here and see the nonsense nobody can pretend they don't see it. We all have eyes, and we see what's going on. We see the war, the destruction, the nonsense, the abuse, the sex abuse, the government creating terror, all this. Nobody can pretend not to see it. But we pretend not to see it. We pretend. We like to yeah. Vitamin C, ascorbate, can cure Lyme. Yeah. Yeah, $55 Canadian. Yeah, I see what you mark. But yeah, it's anyway, it's maybe an everyday battle, but I think it's a battle that's worth it. So anything that's worth doing is worth doing badly until you get it right. And I think is the best thing to do is to never stop. I don't think we have the luxury to stop anything here, especially with what's at stake. We're talking about our life. Tonight, byteradiouk.com live and direct, 5 p.m. 5 p.m. right after Bud. I think there's DJs all day today on Byte Radio, starting at 7 o'clock Montreal to all the way to tonight late. I'll finish around maybe from 5 to 9. 5 to 9, a good 4 hours of DJing, 4 hours of music, and we'll play the new dub plate and all that. Lotus Ocean said, "Don't wish, do." Yeah, don't wish, do. Exactly. He's good, Lotus Ocean. I like him. Prashant. Prashant is very good, very positive. I like that guy. That's what I like from him. When I seen his channel, that's the first thing I said. I did not analyze everything that he was saying, and that I watched 1 or 2 videos. I said, he's positive. Let's go on board. The rest we'll see when we arrive live and direct with how we reason together. But I did not have a judgment. So, oh, is he good? And no, he's positive. That's what we need, positivity. The rest, I don't care. You can even talk about religion, anything you, as long as you're positive. Okay, religion's not my thing, but it is the thing for some people, and I respect it. And it's not because I'm not into religion that I'm gonna bash it. It's not. I have no interest to bash anything. I think it doesn't bring up your vibe anyway. It just brings your vibe lower when you bash stuff. So what we resist will persist, for sure. I know Lotus Ocean. We should see him again too on the Truman Show. And yeah, Lotus, yeah, Prashant for sure. He's supposed to send me his book, so as soon as I receive his book, I'll start reading it, and we'll probably reason a great deal with that. Enlightenment is your ego's greatest disappointment. Enlightenment is your ego greatest disappointment. Give for the sake of giving and keep it circulating as it flows back. That's it. It's to give, give, give. Me, that's what I have in mind, honestly. It's not certainly not about going to take. It's all about giving. And whenever you give, it makes some kind of loop and it come back at one point. It come back. Look at all the strength I've been given by those artists with the plates. It's massive. Me, I look at it today, and I look back at it when I was like creating the stuff, and now they're all out. So, I mean, I'm not so much into emails and stuff to make it happen. But once you're in it, you don't really see the whole thing really happening unless you're. But when you look back, I'm very happy to have created this the plate session. It's massive. Very happy about that. Great vibe. Turpentine might work for parasites. Yeah. Not totally listing natural alternatives only, accent the cure. Many of the parasites and organisms hide behind biofilms and burrow spirally into organs. Yeah. But a lot of the that's it on the skin. The skin is an organ also. So for sure, I think that's what you're saying. It's penetrating the skin in a way, but how we deal with adversity and challenge will shape our lives more than almost anything else. It's your adversity. That's why I said that the mind has to be strong. The challenges. You face challenges every day. I face challenges every day. I have to battle my demons every day. And we all have demons to battle. I don't care what you say and who you are and what kind of life you have. We all have some kind of demon to battle. And until they're completely extinguished, it's very much to extinguish those demons. I think it's not gonna be but stevia brings them out. Then you hit them with antibiotic, parasitic. Yeah. Anyway, basically your life come down to a series of choice. Like I said, make the right choice. To get to the truth, you need to join all kinds of that together. And the biggest one is yourself. Ha! And the biggest one is yourself. But once you connect that dot, it's a boom thing. It's a boom thing. And that's the biggest dot that has to be connected is the one with yourself. And once you do it, it's very massive to connect those dots. That also will give you clarity. Will give you more clarity once you're able to connect the dots. So it's very yeah, yeah. 10,000% for sure. It hurt someone somewhere for sure. That's what it is. It's mega profit. It's mega, and they don't care about the consumer. You tell me they care about the consumer? Come on. That makes the system go also because people get sick and they go to the hospital, and then that creates that makes the system go round, and that's why this overlay is not. Or the Babylon system, or call it whatever you want. The world is sustained by it's us that sustain most of the energy given to that system is done by us, is sustained by us. So it's very important to. That's why becoming consciously aware is very important because that's what's going to create the change. And we can do this. There's lots of work to do for sure. It's not gonna be an easy ride home, but it's like we're in the rough part for sure. It's tough times. It's a time. It's an era of new. It's an era. I think we're expanding. We're expanding our awareness, but the real change coming. I don't know how long it's gonna take. I'm very optimistic. Probably one day. Maybe not. Maybe the world will always be the way it is. I don't think it's like I look at what's going on. The minds of the people are becoming more and more distracted. That's a fact. There's more and more distraction, so that's dangerous. That's why we got to talk to each other and let each other know what, because we might not see it as distraction. Like I said yesterday, I never really seen it as distraction going to watch a hockey game at the Bell Center. Today I would not do it. Today I realized it's not only distraction, it's programming. It's programming. I go there to get programmed. So I don't want to give energy to that. And I know it once you know that it's programming your mind, that you're being mind controlled, that it's affecting your mind in some ways. You don't want to attach yourself to that. And me, I have no desire to go to any distraction, any event, no, because I've been through it. I have experienced it, but also maybe it's necessary to experience it also to at one point realize what you're doing, realize what's going on with your life. Yeah. Oh, hold on. I think Kelowna wants to go out. Or drink water. We'll take a little musical break. Bring back the love. I want to bring back the love.
Such a wonderful word. Look across it. Rise and shine. This is your time. This is Motivation Academy. Motivation Academy. Motivation Academy. We bring love to the woman of the world. Yeah, yeah. Everywhere you are. With a good vibration, positive meditation. Yeah, yeah. Yes. Motivation Academy. Motivation Academy. Motivation Academy. Motivation Academy. Oh, yeah. Get it if you can now. Love to the woman of the world. love for the boys and girls and love. Protect Mother Nature. Love is waiting for y'all. Love, Motivation Academy. Love, Motivation Academy. Love, Motivation Academy. Love is everywhere. Oh, love for the woman of the world and love for the boys and girls and love to protect Mother Nature. Love is waiting for you. Love, Motivation Academy. Love, Motivation Academy. Love is everywhere. Wake up, now
Rise and shine. Truman Show is a journey of a lifetime, yeah. Divine, yeah. It's the one time deal. So much to reveal. Oh no, oh no. I don't waste your precious moment. Cause in distraction. Connect yourself to the beauty of consistent action. Yeah, I'm back. When will I thought, yeah, good song. Let's thumb up. Already thumb up. Yeah, I see your rating when you leave it. Some insist on leaving good rating, others on not so good, but it doesn't really. I don't base uh, what I do in life on the critics outside. Like in the kind of thing that I do, you have to turn off the critic inside and the critics outside, and you just do what you have to do and do your thing. Don't worry what people say, what people come and tell you and comment their little thumb down or anything like this, because you have to accept yourself. If I like, it's the important part here is that I accept myself and my mission here and what I have to do. That you accept me or that you like me or is very relevant. If you like me, like your vibe attract your tribe. Obviously, I have a certain vibration and certain values and principles, and if you have the same as me, we're gonna grow together for sure. We're gonna expand a great deal together for sure. We can do magnificent stuff together. But we gotta work it out. Simple survival isn't so simple these days yet. No, it's but that's why I'm saying it's. But change needs to happen. The change is coming. It's happening. It's ongoing. But we gotta. We need more awareness. It's just more awareness, becoming activating our conscience. Not only and also like it could eliminate the suffering in your life. Activating your conscience. The reason why we create a lot of suffering is because we're not consciously designing our life from scratch, from start. So we end up in a default state, and that's suffering. The world is the system is destruction. But if from the beginning we are very, very consciously aware of what's going on with you, with the world, and you are empowered to create something magnificent with your life, you will reap the profit from this. So I'm not sure if it's just because of the default state. Again, it's the default state is a killer. The default state is a killer, totally. I think so. To me, it's because it comes and capture your soul. It's gonna capture your soul and your ability to create and to be present and to to stay vital and feel alive and all this. Like that's the default. That's the system, Babylon, distraction, and I can guarantee you that's what's gonna happen. If you hang around with negative people or evil people, or you will pick up their vibes. You will start acting like them and think like them and talk like them, and that's why protect your vibe, protect yourself against not so much the enemies because I don't think I have so many enemies. I don't see the only enemy I really see is myself, and that's still something I have to battle each and every day. I have my demons just like you. I'm working on them. Like I said, the temptation. It's the temptation. The temptation we have to resist, and that's what most people can't resist to the temptation. Can't resist to the temptation, and the temptation can be in anything, with substances, with habits, and it's to resist. Resist the temptation to be seduced by the system, by Babylon, and again, if you default with your life without creating something for you for your own thing, you will default. again with your life also. You will never create something like you will take a job all your life without ever working on yourself and start to like Godfrey is doing. I'm sure Godfrey still work, but on the side he's having his jewel thing. He's working on his dream, producing jewels and stuff. And he knows it's not gonna happen in a day, and he has so much time to put in it and this and that. And he needs also motivation because probably sometimes he's tired because he has to work, but at night he has to do the jewel thing. So it's but at one point you do all this effortlessly if you know that this is if you do something that you love, you do it effortlessly anyway. It ends when we ignore it. Yeah. Juicing green bud. Morning, man. Yeah. You, Sue, and Banks to all part. Yeah, yeah. But everything is it's a big construct for sure. It's a big construct, but I think we can also construct something more positive altogether, and that's why some people in this world see hope, see light, see love, and see all these beauties around us constantly because it is there. It's not because it is not there. The nature has unconditional love for nature. The trees are always growing, producing fruits, and so it's all us. It's all on us. It's very simple. It's on us. It's you versus you. He thinks I could get rich. But there's all me. I'm starting something too. It's always to keep yourself active. Just and again, it's not to okay if money is the byproduct of your success. Let it be it. But it's more to keep yourself active, to keep yourself alive, feeling alive, working on something, working on a dream, on a goal to make it come to life will make you feel alive and make you feel better. The goal is to feel good. It's to feel good with life. It's to feel good and to chase all anxiety away, all stress, all stuff that comes and invade our minds each and every day, especially the anxiety, because a lot of people suffer from anxiety. So it's very important. Then again, that's probably the main cause of people being taken out of life is it's anxiety and stress related issues. And yeah, for sure. Even me, I suffer from anxiety. I work on it. That's one of the demons I have to work on. All the yeah, for sure. But I don't know anybody who doesn't have a little bit of anxiety. Like I think we all pretty much suffer from anxiety at some level. Have an inspiring day, Leslie. Boom! Leslie Beckwith. Live and direct. Motivation Academy Squad. Queen Leslie at the command. Always go 100%. Go 100%, even 120 if you can. It's in the extra mile. It's a lot. It's not so much about what you do, what you said you were doing and that you're going to do is when you do more. Same like you train. Don't count the cost. Never, never count the cost when you train your body. Start to count when it hurts. Start counting the push up when it hurts. That's it. Start counting your money when it hurts. Start counting your money when it hurts, when you have put enough and it start to hurt at other place. Start counting your money. But until then, don't count the cost, the investment you put in your dream and your in what you want to see come to life, because you're the one behind it to push it until it really, really become something profitable, something you can make money from it. You're going to have to inject money for sure. You're going to have to for sure. You have to be willing for that, put time, money, effort, all this, but you do it. You do that thing, like money. It's not be. I'm not worried so much about money that I've wasted in my life. I'm more concerned about the time that I've wasted. You never see me talk here about, oh, this time I wasted money. No, I am concerned about the time I wasted more than the money. Money, it come and goes. It's gonna come back. It goes. Like you're gonna have ups and downs in life with money. Me, I always had a good period and other period I was struggling more, but I always made it. I'm still here. So why would I worry about anything? That's the thing also. Sometimes I had problem in my life. I think I would never, never overcome them. I'm still here. That means I overcome them. So we worry. The problems are in our minds. We create, self-induced stress, self-induced problems, inflate stuff in our minds, and we're completely taken out with anxiety, stress, and all kinds of shit happening to us. Kevin sold his ceramic and ceramic drums, hand painted clothes before it became, yeah. So, beautiful people, I wish you all a super, super energizing, uplifting, uh, kind of winning day for sure. We win early, we win the day. That's what I say all the time. And tonight on Byte Radio UK, live and direct at 5 p.m. Montreal with your DJ Truman. Be there. Don't be late. Make it a date. I'll be there, DJ Truman on air, byteradiouk.com, tonight, 5 p.m., with the camera. I have my camera and I will talk like I do here. It's the same setup I do here, but on Byte Radio with music. So it's even, but I'm going to have the camera with my slideshow playing and stuff, or nature, whatever it is at the background. Today, I didn't really play. Yesterday, I was playing the chilling spot images. Is it 420 today? Is it? Oh yeah, it's 420 today. But I think that's something also to. It's a Babylon thing to generate emotions. I wasn't even aware of it. But anyway, that's it. I wish you all the best and the very best and nothing but the best. And until then, that's it. I'll be back tonight. Tonight, 5 p.m. Byte Radio. Boom! I'm in direct. Janik, your host, Motivation Academy. Upliftment, progress, rise and shine, tout le monde. C'est ça le message de la journée. The order of the day, l'ordre de la journée, rise and shine. Do your best, don't stress, forget the rest. Go big, go bigger, or go home. Live your big story. Peace out.